Are you recording on the drive? Yes, sir. So another week, another great start to the year. I wanted to take a bit of time to go over the first quarter and what we have done over the last 3 weeks and what we're planning on doing and what's coming up for the Mellor Group. Mike, welcome to the show. We've had some fun over the last few weeks.
We did.
We started off big. We want to make sure that this year is the year. It's everything's pointing to a great year. Now we've got the tariffs, and I think everybody should calm down with that.
Well,
it's not going to be affecting us in a direct way in the short term. It's going to take years before we start seeing a bigger effect. But I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about what we have that's super exciting. We've got some free UFCs. Well, they're not free. We're paying for it, but we're inviting you to come and get a free Unité de Formation Continue. You know that the renewal is due at the end of April, coming up fast. And there's quite a few to do. I forget the exact count. If you're an AEO, you've got way more. But do you know the count?
I don't know the exact count, but there's quite a few to do. And I would suggest strongly that you take advantage of that. If you have not registered with an agency yet, or you're looking for an agency, or maybe you're with another agency and you're thinking of switching, do it quickly, because we have February 19th and March 12th where we'll be giving out some free UFCs to help those brokers achieve that goal of getting the right UFCs available for you to renew your license.
So UFC is very important. If you want a list of other trainings that we have for UFC, I have a whole lot here that we have scheduled. But this one will be on us. So you get 1 point on the 19th of February, and on the 12th of March, you get another UFC for about 60 minutes each, the sessions we estimate. Another important thing that we're doing is we're doing prep sessions for those that are obtaining their real estate license, that have to do the exam at the OECIQ level. You don't want to go in without doing this prep session. You get to go and do a practice exam, and you get to do it more than one.
More than once, and that's whether you're commercial or you're residential. Listen, we don't have a problem with that. You can have it done one-on-one. You can have it done in groups, depending how comfortable you feel. It's important for us to gauge a little bit on what level you are and what kind of help you need. But by all means, we do not let you go to the exam unless we're absolutely sure that you're ready to do the exam. So rest assured, you're in good hands when it comes to that.
And we're going to take the time that's required for you to make sure that, like Mike says, you understand everything before you go do it. And remember, when we talk about groups, they're very small, intimate groups. We don't go more than maybe 4 at a time maximum. And that's even if we do 4, because we want to keep the interaction and the questions that you may have answered, and make sure that you understand when you leave, as Mike said. So you can do it one-on-one. We have that option, and or in small, tiny groups. We have 2 office locations, one downtown if you prefer, Westmount, Green Avenue, beautiful location. And the other one is here where we are in the studio at our Kirkland location in the Greeley building on St. Charles.
And that's available in French or in English. So regardless of where you're taking your classes and you know what language, we're able to provide for both languages.
The date, the next one will be the 20th of February, but we have dates almost every week. So please DM us, reach out. You have our information on the board behind us, and we'll set you up. We're going to do something interesting as of next Monday, 2 p.m. We're going to go live on all social media platforms as we're doing right now. And we're going to go and dive into what makes us different as an agency and all the things that we do with our brokers, with our agents, and much, much more. Really, it's a kind of a way to peek into the Mellor Group agency, the team. You're going to get to see the different environments, the people working here. And then we'll answer some questions if you have some, but you can also hide and not say you're there and just watch and listen and learn and get to peek into a day at Mellor Group.
It's a good opportunity for you to get an idea of who we are as a core, because you know it's very easy to look at every agency. They say they do this, they do that, and the other, but for you to be able to really understand what we do. Sometimes you do understand that maybe your scheduling won't allow you to maybe come in for a meeting, so this will give you an opportunity to kind of have a meeting live, or at least a synopsis of what it is, and then we can dive deeper.
Well, maybe you watch it live, and then it inspires you, or reassures you that maybe we're the right fit. You see something that you like and you want to find out more, then you make an appointment and we can get together. I want to take a minute to talk about The Root of All Real Estate, which is a podcast we started a few years ago. The intention with The Root of All Real Estate that you can find on Spotify or YouTube and pretty much any other platform that you of your choice on social. But the idea with the concept was to share what's working for other real estate brokers, from new brokers to the most successful brokers, from high-end to ordinary entry-level types of properties,
Yeah.
rentals, doesn't matter. It's really there for you to learn and get to see in the life of and all the different brokers and what actually they had to do or did or are doing currently to get the success that they have. So I think it's a great way for anybody of any level of experience to peek into and find out what these brokers are doing. We've done hundreds, if not thousands, of these interviews. We put one or two or three a week. At the rate that we're going, there's quite a few. So you can go to Spotify, just put Etienne Mellor, and you'll see Etienne Mellor presents the Root of All Real Estate, or go to YouTube, same exercise. It's Etienne Mellor channel, and or as I said, any of your favorite social media platform, and you'll get to see all these different brokers, and all of them have something interesting to share.
And I think it's also a shortcut to knowledge, because, you know, a lot of these people have a lot of experience. They've been through a lot. And just being able to see what other people have been through sometimes can make you avoid certain mistakes or put you in a position of success as well, to learn on the good things that they've done.
So maybe you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I have something to offer. I would like to participate and give something back to the real estate community, share some of my wins, some of my successes, some of the stuff that I do as a broker, as an agent. Or as a matter of fact, if you're an owner or an agency director, or you're involved in any way, shape, or form with something to do with the real estate industry, and you want to come and participate, give some of your knowledge back to the community, I invite you to reach out to me, and we'll get together to set something up where you can be on the Root of All Real Estate, presented by myself, and sometimes Mike when I'm sick and I can't be there. Thank you for doing that, Mike.
No problem, anytime.
Another interesting, very, very successful program is our pre-qualified leads program. This goes for anyone in any banner, anywhere in the whole province of Quebec. We've been generating leads through social media. We've been showing our brokers how to do it, but we created a program. It was so successful that we opened it up to all brokers across the province, and you can participate, or you can get a seat on the program for a very low cost of $197. And that allows you to have access to these pre-qualified leads, and you pick and choose if you want to actually continue with this lead, buy it, purchase it. It starts at $297 per lead, pre-qualified lead. Mike, if you want to maybe explain how we go about doing this.
So basically what we've done is that a couple of years ago, we're looking back that a lot of brokers were looking for leads. Now, they were dealing with a lot of lead generation companies, which are not real estate companies at all. And we realized that they weren't getting the success that they need. So what we did is that we decided to get into it ourselves, where these leads are actually generated through different campaigns that we do. And then at that point, once that we generate that information, then we'll have a team that'll actually call these people
in-house
and qualify them to ask the right question that any real estate broker would want to know. By that point, you're going to get an app, and that app will be able to give you leads consistently as long as you interact with it. And it's a positive thing. And the good thing about it too, sorry to interrupt you, but the good thing about it too is that you're only going to get the lead yourself, which means it's not distributed to a massive amount of people at the same time. So you don't have 3 people that have the lead like some companies do, where first come first serve kind of situation. So it kind of gives you the opportunity to work with that person solely without any pressure.
So for $197, this gives you a seat on the app, and then you pick and choose if you want to buy the lead based on the information that's going to be provided at that time. So you do not have to pay more than $197 to have the possibility to be on the program. This is not for unlimited number of people. I think you should actually take that leap of faith right now and go on. You know that we're not giving you raw leads. They're pre-qualified, as Mike said. And I, myself and Mike have formed and trained and supervised the quality of these leads, so we know they're good. Now, you might be thinking, well, why the hell would you do that, Etienne, and give this out to outside brokers? Well, we have it in-house, and there's a substantial discount for our brokers to be on this program. It's actually 70% less. And we show them how to do it, but I think that we can generate enough that it's not a problem for our brokers. And so that's why we opened it up. The other reason is we do it across the province, and in some areas we don't cover. Gatineau is an area that we don't have any brokers for now. Quebec City is booming with leads. I don't know what's going on in Quebec, but Quebec City, we get leads every day. So if you're watching this and you're in Quebec, you have to take a look at this and jump on this thing. It's only $197, as I say, and then you get to pick and choose who you want to work with. It's got the information of the lead. So if this is something that you think could benefit you or help you, especially in 2025, helps you boost up your quality of clientele that you're working with, You got to jump on, DM us, text us, call us. The number's on the screen, and we'll set you up. We also will include some training if you want, free of charge through webinar if you're in remote areas of Montreal. If you're locally in and around, you can come in and we can talk about how to convert those leads, or what we do to convert those leads with a high rate of success. So $197, you send us a message, you jump on the platform. It's an app, it's exclusive to us, and you get to pick and choose who you want to work with. We've got buyers, we've got sellers, we've got buyers and sellers. Those are the best. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it for the pre-qualify. So that if you're interested, or maybe you want to find out how to do your own leads online, you want to pick my brain on that. Maybe you have a program, it's not going the way you want. Please feel free, reach out, and we'll get together and exchange on that.
And I just want to add something.
Yes.
We've had actually an influx of leads has been growing quite substantially since we've realized that the interest rates have gone down. So right now we're getting a lot more leads than we're used to. So I would definitely suggest for you to get in touch with us if it's something that you're interested in.
All right. So next topic, I want to talk about social media. You're watching us right now from an account, a platform of your choice. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. What am I missing? Spotify. Am I missing a platform? LinkedIn. We're on all major platforms. And the importance of social media is no longer debatable. Everybody knows, everybody agrees. If you're not seen on those platforms, you're going to have a hard time with your business. The other thing is, it takes time to create the momentum or the presence or the branding on social media. So what you need to do is get into the right environment. You need the right people surrounding you in order to be consistent with the content that you create. And so what we started doing is we're offering social media management programs and social media content creation. Now, I have a big team. Yes, you're right. But when I started, I had no one. And so I know the challenges of being consistent with content creation and social media, especially with all these different platforms that you have to manage. So we started offering these services. Now, these services are extremely low cost to you, because what I did or decided to do was I have the team. Now, I cannot and will not give outside brokers the same price as our brokers, but for our brokers, you're actually just paying so that it's not costing me anything to get certain things done, the content creation, the management, but you're really just covering the cost. So you're saving a lot of money to create social media content, to have that presence. You see what we do. You've been following me, you've been following the company. If you're not following, you should definitely follow. You'll see the volume of content that we can create and what we do with the team. It's all about the team, and it's the same team that you would get to get the same result.
And I would add something to that. If you look at the videos that we've done for the brokers, especially brokers recently that we've run and staged houses and looked at what they've done and all that, you can see the quality of what's being done. So it kind of gives you an insight and an idea of what you're capable of getting.
I like what you're saying, Mike. So I went and played curling with Alex and Nick Pedrix from our from the Pedrix team. Now, why? Because they need content. They have they've been members of the Point Claire Curling Club. So we're trying to merge not just the real estate, but the human side of who they are with our content. So this exposes them.
Bienvenue à la maison Herbert Yule. Construite.
You have to connect with people. So what we did is we did a nice, I never played curling, but I went, they showed me the club. We met some people at the club. I learned how to curl, and that content is up right now on social. You can go and find it. That's one example. We had Guy Brassard, who's an artist and a broker. He's been a broker for many years. He lives on the plateau. We went to Parc La Fontaine. We went to see some of his designs, art, sculptures, paintings at his place, and we record all this as we get to learn about him and who he is, and so the community gets to learn about him, and it's great content for him, great content for me, great content for everybody, and that's how you get the visibility and the brand recognition. Other examples, Julien Baumier, you have to go see what we did with Julien also. We've got so many things going up. It's all there. It's all on our social media platforms. On Spotify, on YouTube, on Instagram, and you've seen little clips or extract, but you could have the same thing. And as I said, 2025 is not a year where you cannot be on social media. So
And the beauty about that is because you get to also share another aspect of yourself besides it being just transactional.
That's
so
right.
People get to know you a little bit on a personal level. And I think the human side, it helps a lot. It helps a lot in the transaction. You know, your client also needs to feel that you care. And I think that being able to do that and to get closer with the community, it helps a lot. So if you think it's something that you might need that might boost your business or help you get started, I highly suggest you get in contact with us.
And again, look at the quality of what we did. This is professional grade at an extremely low cost, because if you wanted that same quality elsewhere, it would cost you in the 5,000 plus just to do one video of that quality. So you got to go check it out. You must follow us on all social media. If you're still not convinced, just keep following and keep seeing what we're doing, and make up your own decision later on once you see how it's been going for those brokers that are participating. So anything that has to do with social media, we can do management, we can do content creation, we can have you go into our studio here. Right now we're in the studio, we built the studio. This is a real studio. It's not just cameras on tripods, it's lighting, it's different angles of cameras. We've got the screens behind that you can use to put your own branding. You're zooming out, we can see now, you can see the whole room. We've got the lighting, the microphone, so you get the full experience, and no one will know you're in this studio because you're going to change the backdrop here to adjust to your branding. But what is this and why are we talking about it? You can come in here, you can do interviews, you can do by yourself, talk about anything. You can talk about the market, you can talk about yourself, you can talk about your business model and what it is that you do different. The whole point is that you have some content that's quality, with the facility that gives you an easy way of doing it. You don't have to rent equipment and all that, and it's here all the time. So you come in whenever you want, you record. We have editing options, but you can do your own editing, and you leave with the end result, and you have social media content for months on end. So all that social media. Now let's talk, Mike, about your favorite topic. The traditional way of prospecting, but done with a twist where we use AI and we use the technology at our disposal, so we can do massive amounts of volumes. Example, massive amounts of cold calling, texting, emailing, all through an app or systems where as I make a call to someone, as I hang up, it sends a text, sends an email automatically. And as it's dialing, it's not dialing one person, it's dialing 10 lines, and whoever picks up first gets connected, so there's no downtime. So this kind of technology is what we call targeted prospecting. So now we're offering you the possibility of us doing this for yourself. So you don't even have to do any cold calling, any emailing, any texting, anything. Explain more.
So the biggest problem that we've noticed that people have is time. They don't have the time. We realize that, listen, if I've got to do 100 phone calls or 200 phone calls a day, it's extremely time consuming. If I have to go knock on doors, you know, depending if it's raining, if it's snowing, if there's a snowstorm. So all these things become extreme challenges, and sometimes we're not able to reach our target or reach our goal on time. So what we've realized over the years, you know, you have to innovate, you have to go with the technology and how things are happening. And everybody's on their phone nowadays. So what did we realize? We realized that, hey, you know what? Why don't we work it out in a different way where we would do the calling for you? So you wouldn't have to. You would choose an area, a targeted area. Let's say you have a list in that area. Maybe you have an open house in that area, and you want everyone to know within that frame. So if you look on the screen right now, you'll see the frame that's in red, and where you see that red dot, that would be where that house or that property is located, and you'd want to communicate with everyone that's within that frame. We'd be able to call them all with your personalized message the way you see fit.
So, sorry to interrupt you. That's one example, but there's so many. In other words, we just need your database. You give us a database, a target, and we will reach out to this target with whatever your message is. And if you lack the creativity for the message, if you're not sure about what to say, or don't worry about that either. Just tell us what the intention is. Is it to nurture your database? Is it to convert some potential buyers that you met that have been sitting there and you haven't been able to convert them? Just give us the essence of who this group of people is, what the database is, and we'll create the script. We'll create the text message. We can even do the voicemail drop, the actual message that's going to be recorded.
Which is really good.
So we could do that for sell by owners, for expireds, for your database of clients, for your prospects, for your leads that you generated through social media. We've done this with other companies, other fields, other industries, really, because it's the same thing. It's just a message changes, but the technology stays the same. So this is a time, as Mike was saying, a time-saving activity that we are offering you right now, which we never did, but we're going to do this. And it starts at 47 cents per dial. So extremely affordable, saves you thousands of hours of time. And every response is your phone number or your email or whatever you want. It doesn't, so don't be worried about, oh, my database, you're going to have my client calling. No, because we put your number, your email, your name. You can even have your own voice if you want. There's nothing wrong with you recording the message. We just have to talk and know what the target is and what the essence of the message is, and we'll do everything. But we're saving you thousands of hours, hundreds of hours of manpower, so that you can focus on the actual relationship with the people that are interested in your service or your product. So reach out. It's called targeted prospecting. And we can add email, like I said, texting, and we can add voicemail drop campaigns, which is all different types of prospecting for you to use for any database, and also for nurturing, to keep in touch with different individuals. So that completes the tour of things we wanted to talk to you about today. We're extremely excited about 2025.
I would like to add that, the purpose of everything that we're doing here, I would say that's maybe a little bit different than most agencies, that we look at everything more, I would say more like a partnership. So for us, it's your success that's important, because if you're doing well, you'll be happy. And if you're happy, then, you want to continue doing business and staying with us. So for us, that's why we're always open, even for brokers of the outside or brokers that are within. If you have any suggestions, anything that you think that we could add that could be an additive to what you're doing, we're always open, for new ideas and things like that. And I think it's just better for everyone in the community as a whole.
And if you're watching this and you say, you know what, I have other businesses that could benefit from all of this, then hey, let's go, let's do it. It doesn't matter. We've been, like I said, doing this with other businesses, other types of services and products. When it comes down, the sales process is the same no matter what the business, the marketing is the same, the branding is the same, social media content is going to be the same no matter what. So please share. If you know anybody that could benefit from it, we want to help out. We've got the energy, we've got the manpower, we've got the technology. We just are here to help, as Mike said, and we want to make this the best year ever for everybody concerned. There's enough business for everyone. Why not share? And that's what we're doing today.
But your success at the very beginning starts with you.
Absolutely. So. And if you're a Mellor Group broker watching this, and you want to find out more, or you want to get together, you want to talk about your business, I got time, I got energy. As you can see, Mike is available, I'm available. We're here to make sure that this year, 2025, is your best year ever.
I totally agree.